Hello and welcome to another episode of Commander Fodder. This is one of the theme deck episodes, so we're working our way through Mercadian Mask block. We're up to Prophecy, and so we've got the Prophecy decks here. I've already decided which deck I'm going to choose from the Prophecy theme decks as my Commander Fodder, but I just to show you, if you're not familiar with the theme decks in that set, I'll just show you what was available. I find these descriptions a little bit muddled sometimes. I don't know if they always describe quite what the deck is. I'm not sure why that is. I can't reference the original link's broken, unfortunately. Wizards had a major maintenance, I don't know how long ago, quite a while ago now. And or any links into their website sort of broke. So I'm not that worried really. There isn't a plan to go into depth into the functionality of the theme deck, but I just wanted a quick overview in terms of the colours and the rares. So we've got the Distress deck, which is a white-black theme deck. It supposedly employs fading, but I don't really see a ton of fading in here. It's got Avatar of Woe in it and Heuristic Tutor as the rares. We have a mono green pummel deck with Avatar of Might and Vitalizing Wind. If you remember, there were in Prophecy there were these 9 casting cost super powerful non-creature spells, and this one is the 8 in a green. Creatures you control get +7/+7 until end of turn. We have a Slither deck, Slither, S-L-I-T-H-E-R, not Sliver but Slither, and this one has a legend, hint hint. Latulla, is that? Yeah, Latulla Keldon Overseer, 3, 2 red, 3/3, X and a red, discard 2 cards from your hand. Latulla Keldon Overseer deals X damage to target creature or player. If you remember, there was a similar legend in green, and we played that in a previous episode of Commander Fodder, or we built around a previous episode of Commander Fodder, because it was one of the pulls, I think, from the Prophecy edition of Deck Doodle. So as luck would have it, this theme deck contains a red one. We got Mungerworm as our other rare, and then in the turnaround deck we have Heightened Awareness and Magetta the Lion. So if you remember, there was a cycle of legendary spell shapers here, so, and this one is white blue. Now I could have gone with Magetta. Magetta is actually in one of the, when I did the original Commander Fodder episodes with physical cards, if you remember, I was also using those toolkits. Was it Benny Smith's toolkits? And in one of those toolkits there is actually Magetta the Lion as a support card. I'm not going to go down this particular rabbit hole because I'm already familiar with that card anyway. So I thought I'd do something a bit tricky, and we'll choose this one. I don't think this is particularly popular EDH commander, but it'd be interesting to see what the architect algorithm kicks up, because that's what we use to help. What I use to help remind me what potential cards might be played. And as I've said before, it casts a bit of a wider net than if we use the recommender that's integrated in here from EDH Rec. Sometimes I use that if things are going a bit weird, or the EDH Rec suggestion engine just doesn't pick up on a particular card because it's too new. and that happens with some of the newer commanders. I don't think it's going to happen with this one. So let's actually look at the deck before we start messing with it. So 60 card deck, obviously, because this is just at the time would have been, you know, designed to be playable in the format. So 10 and 14 in terms of the land breakdown. 10 forests, 14 lands. We've got Keldon Berserker. Gets pumped when, like conditional pump when it attacks, based on whether, you know, you have land tapped or untapped. There's Latulla. There's Mungerworm. Scurry a Cat. Yeah, you can see there's a number of pump creatures here based on lands being untapped. Silk Crawler, tap all lands, Spur Grappler. Yeah, you can see a pattern emerging here. And then other things obviously have spells stapled to them. This, again, we've seen it when we did the set musings. This one where any player can play the ability. Stampede Driver, more pump, Vine Trellis, some Mana Dork, although it is a wall, so it's a defender. There's Conditional Shroud on that. Vintara Snapper. Zarappa Minotaur. Yeah, again, any player ability. Ristic Lightning, Invigorate. Conditional Forests. Desert Twister. Flatus Removal in green. Which is pretty cool. I think you see that very often where it's just any permanent. Normally it's some sort of fight spell or something else, or hating on flying creatures. Conditional Forest. So enchantments, Barbed Field. So that's a pinger. You put on a land. Each player's turn, Citadel of Pain deals X damage to that player, where X is the number of untapped controls. Kyren Negotiations. Seal of Fire, Removal, and War Cadence. Turn. Okay, and then we've got Chimeric Idol. So, to make this, or the components of the deck, fodder for Latulla, I obviously had to remove all the green because, yeah, I think if you remember when I'm doing these episodes of Commander Fodder for the theme decks, what I'll try and do is, if there is a legend, I'll just build it around that legend, remove all the stuff that's not on colour. Even better if the legend is the full colour of the deck. If there's no legend in there, then I will attempt to build around the colour combination, unless there, you know, that it's, you know, multicolour and one of the colours is more of a splash for certain spells, in which case I might remove the splash. And then what I do is I just put in a commander that's on colour and hopefully on theme for that colour combination. So in this case we're good. We have a commander, so we're just going to take out all the green stuff. And leave us with this. The other thing I'm going to do this to make this a bit more interesting is I'm not going to do any additional seeding. I do accept, as I mentioned before, some of the cards are pretty weak, but in some ways that's the fun of this. It makes you go down a different avenue. I've obviously whacked up the land count to 36 there. The problem with this is we're going to be discarding cards, so we'll see what the suggestion engine might do about that, if anything, based on what other people have played with as Tula. And anyway, so yeah, we've got about 51 cards to fill this with, and like I said, no preceding. I'm just checking the Citadel of Pain. Okay, yeah, it's not going to do any harm. We'll just have to tap out. Okay, wow, pretty weak on choices. But what we have here, so yeah, this is going to do X damage. Okay, so we can invest as much mana into this as we like. We're playing mono red anyway, so it's all going to be red mana. Well, I suppose, well, saying that, we could have some mana rocks that generate colourless mana. And that's good that it's X and red, in that we could play some stuff that generates a ton of colourless mana and it doesn't really matter. But what will be good is if we can... yeah, if we can increase this damage. Oh, if a source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player. There we go. So we're probably going to be picking up some direct damage red spells. So this will be cool. So I think what we're after is we just want to increase our direct damage. Yep. Okay, so that is really all it's going to suggest from there. So it's going to be interesting. What do we got for art? Oh, look. So we're playing mono red, so we definitely want Cage Sun in here. And let's play a Dominating Cube. We just want to generate as much mana as we can so we can really go to town with X spells. Yeah, this is great if we're playing monocolour. Yeah, let's just begin to generate as much mana as possible. Oh, even... oh yeah. Well, this is super interesting. So the good thing about this is when you're doing this sort of stuff, just imagine what you could do with maybe a stronger commander that did this sort of thing. I like the idea of this. Yeah, we want to be copying this stuff. Such a library. Oh, yeah, Genius Kite Sword's good. Get that red mana out. Oh, okay. Let's see what we've got enchantment wise. I'm sure we're going to find enchantments that... I don't know if I want that. Okay, for source control by one of the chosen players, we deal damage. Yeah. We want all this double up damage stuff. I'm trying to remember what that says. I mean, we're not player. Yeah. We'll just do that. It means because we're gonna let me leave that out for the moment. Okay, you control, you control, you control. That's interesting. Okay, that's okay. It's the one where it's across the board and I'm a little worried. Yeah, I'm going to go. Really want symmetrical damage. So hopefully, let's see what it suggests here. Damage volume. Play those cards and I'll leave that out. No suggestions. Planeswalkers. No suggestions. What about Sorcery Speed Red? For each creature on the battlefield. Oh, Bonfire of the Damned. Damage to target player. Whoa. So extinction deals 20 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Yeah. Okay. Tricky. Alright, let's just see what we get over this side of things. Let's go to the dark side. Okay, so we'll stick in this. We want to give our commander Shroud. We're playing red. Make sure we got plenty of red. Situational impact. I've been wanting to put that into a deck for a long time. Why not? It's pretty interesting. Okay, wow, yeah, we seem to be going all in here with artifacts. 9 enchantments. Okay. Let's have a look at creatures. I just have no idea what sort of creatures might be beneficial to this deck. Yeah, again, we want stuff that's going to double up our damage. Oh, that could be handy. That works really well, actually. I didn't even know about that card. That works nice with that. That could be an interesting alternate win condition, considering I'm playing so many artifacts. I'd have to be going some to do that. It's always an interesting red creature to have. So, still a bit short on creatures. Oh, yes please. Fiery Emancipation, right. what I'm looking for is yeah. I wonder if it's going to suggest a seething song. Oh, there it is. Yeah. If it wasn't, I was going to put it in. Yeah, it'd be fun. Deals damage to each player equal to twice the number of non-basic lands that player controls. That's interesting. I suppose it depends on how much utility lands I want to play. Let's have a look. Oh, Valakut. Yes, please. One is no object. What happened? Did I just accidentally remove those? But I did. That was foolish of me. It's better. So that's 17 cards. You control your damage. 1. Decisions. See, one thing I haven't gone down the route yet is that sort of what they call it, rummaging. I'm just trying to think, is that if there's anything that I would want later that I need to get back. I may just have to fill this with is it like red utility creatures? Sort of burn, if you know what I mean. Playing off of this. So did I add in, I don't think I added in a Dockside Extortionist. Just going to go back to the original many suggestions there. Well, looking for inspiration here. This is good because this is really stretching it. It's not quite as easy to build this deck. Latulla. LATU, sorry. I wonder what Latulla's orders are. Let's have a look. Okay. We'll put that in as well, if that's not already there. Although do I want to, because no, one of the win conditions is to have artifacts. No, maybe that's not such a good idea then. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is more like it. Okay, now I know where I'm going. Right, so... Don't go to a lot of dragons, that's no good. Flameblast, I know Cinder Elemental. That in another deck. Cider Elemental, dear me. Yeah, we'll just incinerate everything. Basically, that's the backup plan. Just burn stuff. Oh no, I said I didn't want that in there, didn't I? Because it rather defeated the object. You may, yeah, actually, because it's a may, so it's up to me if I do that. Wow, running a bit short here. So I suppose the question is do I want to go down that rummaging route? Let's look at things that generate mana then. So we've got a bit of a dragon sub-theme going on here. I suppose I might as well leverage, because I'm playing quite a few spells and sorceries. It's not going to hurt to have this in. Actually, look at old passage. I'm just going to go with a high land Chandra's Incinerator in here. Speaking of. Tectonic Giant in there, 6 cards. Decisions. I wonder if it's going to make any changes to suggestions. Probably not. What the heck? It's only nearly $300. Some more stuff to grab. That's pretty cool. I got my steel Hellkite. That. Yep, some removal staple to a creature. Oh, we've gone over the top. Wow. Okay. Check here, what have I done wrong? Must have accidentally got 2 copies in here. Oh yeah, there it is. That's better. Okay, so we just need to remove 1. Let's just remove the expensive card. Keep it reasonably priced. Okay, that was hard. Yeah, I think this might be a bit of a Latulla's breakfast. I suppose actually I could get rid of some of this rubbish. That's not... Yeah, so a lot of the creatures were what was left over, and they were very much cannon fodder, commander fodder. So so 6/6 if we tap out. Can't complain about that. Okay, so there we have it. That's our that's our choices for Latulla, Keldon, Overseer. As you saw there, I had quite a bit of help from the recommendation engines. That was difficult. Okay, so I'm going to, let me just export this so I can include the deck description in the video description. There we go. Let's just do, let's look at our stats. I mean, it's mono red. Curve's a bit weird, I suppose. Okay. Actually, one thing I didn't think of, I haven't got any cards that help with making sure my hand doesn't fill up, or I don't overload my hand. See, that's quite a good card to discard anyway, so I might want to deliberately discard that. Actually, the other angle I was more obsessing over the X damage. I suppose one thing it might pay to do is find more cards that care about being in the graveyard in red. It's not something I'm super familiar with. Okay, so there we have it. That's the, let me just close out of that actually. I'll go back to here. So that's the Latulla Keldon Overseer deck, mono red deck, built from the Slither theme deck from Prophecy. Hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.